All right, welcome to Roland Pruitt's Kaiju review. This is going to be an interesting show. We're doing Godzilla 1998, which some fans call Godzilla in name only. When I was watching our opening, I was like, oh, you know what? I bet I didn't put a thing of Zilla in there, because that's what Toho calls him now. They just call him Zilla. It's like if he's another different kaiju than Godzilla. He's just called Zilla. So and I did include a clip of him from Godzilla Wars 2004. So there it is. Let me bring up Professor Wallnott to join me. Hello, sir.
Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm good. The holiday seasons are shaping up nicely. I should say. Anastasia is still in Romania, but we did get a video from her, I think, right?
Yes, actually, this comes by way of our friend Sergeant Havoc of all people.
Okay.
Through his contacts, somehow they smuggled it out of Romania. And so, yes, let's...
well, it would be great to see her. We haven't seen her in a long time.
I
miss her very much.
Yeah, so let me present the video.
Darling, it's been so long.
Oh, hold on.
Is that her? Looks like you might be related, but
no.
Hello, everyone. This is Anastasia at my ancestral home. I wonder what my relatives are like.
Anastasia, darling, it's been so long since you visited.
Oh dear, I think Miss Anastasia might be in a bit of a spot there.
A pickle, would you say?
A bit of a pickle, yes. Relatives.
Wow. I don't know how to react to that.
I know
hope she's okay.
So do I. Yes. So, well, I hope she picks up on clues that her relatives are a bit peculiar, shall we say?
Wow. That's all I'm gonna say. Looks like some vampire kind of action there. I'm not really into vampire movies. I'm into more giant monster movies, but
yes.
I hope she's okay. I hope whatever happens, she's okay with it.
Well, hopefully she'll send us another message, and we can find out. Yes. So, all right then.
You can always guest on the Big Monster Briefing Room when they do vampire movies now, I guess.
Yes, quite possible. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, let's get it behind us. Let's get through it and get it behind us. This is Godzilla 1998. It was Roland Emmerich. Who's the other guy that worked with him when they made this?
Dean Devlin.
Dean Devlin. Yeah, they worked together at first for ID4 and this, and then they kind of split up and went their own ways.
Yes.
This was a TriStar film, and there's another company there. I can't read. I want to say Metropolis? Centropolis. I'm thinking Superman,
Yes.
So, all right. So it starts out very, very simple. They're doing nuclear testing in the Pacific. And there are kind of iguana-like lizards, Komodo dragons, that kind of stuff on these islands. And they're laying eggs, and this nuclear radiation. There they are looking. The lizards are looking at the nuclear radiation as it's coming. And this is the opening of the movie. Again, there's the that looks like an atomic bomb, actually.
Mm-hmm.
But I think for this film, because of the date, it's 1998. I think it's nuclear. That's my thing. If anybody's watching and they think it's atomic, let us know in the comments. Mm-hmm. We do hope to get an audience and people watching and commenting. And there's the last shot of eggs on the beach.
Mhm.
after the nuclear explosion has happened. Dun
Yes.
dun dun.
Now, I
Um,
do I let if I may make a comment about
Go
this.
ahead.
What I find interesting is that, in most of the Godzilla films, although in I don't believe in the Toho films, they explicitly say that it's American nuclear testing.
Uh-huh.
But in later films, it's definitely it's the Americans, testing bombs and what have you. In this
Uh,
film,
yeah.
they don't do that. It's like, no, 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 we're not going to blame the Americans. We're going to foist it off on somebody else. And I don't want to
Somebody that
spoil it.
nobody likes.
Yeah, somebody that nobody likes. And
I know.
it's the French. Yes, yes.
I thought that was kind of a dirty deal too. I didn't like that about this. I mean, I like the fact that Jean Reno is in it because I like him as an actor. I think he's a really good actor.
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean, that's kind of a sellout for him to do that to the French, going, oh yeah, it's just our fault.
Yes.
I'm glad you brought that up actually, because yeah, I was going to mention it later that when he comes in that he's saying that it's French testing of
Hmm.
nuclear.
Right. Yes.
That's again when the first Godzilla came out, and it was a couple of years after The Beast from 20,000 Fathoms was a hit. So obviously there's some influence there,
Hmm.
but the director Ishiro Honda wanted to make sure that everybody knew this film was about atomic testing and atomic
Hmm.
bombs and what they've done to Japan and how Japan is miserable because of the atomic bombs,
Right.
basically. And the new guy that's taken over for the Godzilla films, Godzilla -1, is trying to bring that back.
Hmm.
Like
Oh,
this
yes.
is your fault, America. You're the one that brought all this upon mankind.
Hmm.
So I think that's fair. I think that's okay to do that.
Hmm.
Let's put blame where blame is due.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. And again, I don't remember ever hearing about French testing nuclear,
Yes.
weapons
Yes.
anywhere.
Yes.
Uh,
Well, it
but
makes
yeah, America all
it's
over the place.
especially, yeah, especially egregious because all the footage that they use is American testing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's actual real footage of
I think atomic
American
testing. Yeah,
atomic bombs, atomic
yeah,
tests in the Pacific. So,
yeah,
but that was a decision that they decided to make, and there you go.
yeah. All right. So we move to there is a ship. This is a few years later, I'm guessing. This is supposedly, quote, present day. It's 1998. There's a ship, uh, and they have a large blip on the radar coming up on them. And that's Clyde Kasatsu. He's done a lot of TV and movies. He plays a lot of little parts in movies and stuff. And he's only in it for just this one scene,
Hmm.
real quick. And the ship is, attacked by Godzilla. And this is what happens at the beginning of the first Godzilla movie: is there's a ship out at sea and it's attacked by Godzilla, and the radiation, kills most everybody. And
Hmm.
there is a cook here. They show all kinds of crazy things happening with the ship when the monster attacks. We don't see the monster. We don't get to see the monster until like halfway through the film. But he sees it, and he's a witness. He's the witness. He's the guy that survived.
Hmm.
And I
And
think they pick him up and they take him to Fiji, I think.
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah.
And I have to say, this is maybe the best part of the whole movie is this opening scene because it really feels like a Godzilla film, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And plus
Same
having
thing happened in Godzilla 1985, which was the return of Godzilla. It started out
right,
with,
yes,
yeah,
yes.
a ship
So
being attacked by an unknown, unseen creature. We know it's Godzilla,
yeah, so it's a very
but
appropriate ending,
in this case,
very
Zilla.
appropriate beginning, and then we cut to Matthew Broderick, and the whole thing just goes to pot. But anyway,
the weird part is I think they wanted Matthew Broderick to kind of be like the comic relief of the picture. him and Hank Azaria, but they're taking their stuff too seriously, I guess, and it just doesn't kind of work. It just kind of falls flat a lot. Anyway, he is in Chernobyl. He is doing testing on earthworms and how they've grown and how active they are, blah, 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 blah. So he is putting his little electric current thing into the ground to get the worms to come up, and he can expect them, and a giant helicopter just comes in, and military guys start jumping off, and they surround him, and the guy, the head guy, I guess, from this party says, "You've been reassigned. We've got you in mind for something else." He goes, "Hey, I'm doing studies here, radiation studies." "Yeah, well, you're coming with us now. You're doing something else."
And this actor, the one playing the official, he plays that sort of role in a lot of different films, I believe.
Yeah. No one is character actors. It pops up in a lot of stuff. So here we have Jean Reno. Does that say Fiji?
Papalete Tahiti.
Oh, Tahiti. All right. So Jean Reno and his team, French guys, they go into this hospital to talk to this guy before the Americans can get to him. And Reno lights a lighter in his face, and he says, "Godzilla, Godzilla," because he's catatonic. He's not talking or anything. And then he sees the light of the lighter, and he says, "Godzilla, Godzilla," which of course is Godzilla's name in Japan. It's the Japanese name of Godzilla. So
I have to give them credit. There are little Easter eggs, little tidbits like that link to the Toho films, but
yeah,
overall, anyway, yeah.
But he's mistaken. It's not Godzilla. It's something else. So Matthew Broderick lands. Fiji. Where did I get Fiji from? Anyway,
I don't know, but you seem to be stuck on Fiji.
What is this?
It's somewhere in Panama.
Okay, Panama. Not Fiji. Not Tahiti.
No, not Fiji, no.
So this is where they find the actual ship that was attacked. But anyway, Matthew Broderick gets off, and the head military guy, who's also the father from the first Transformers film, plays a lot of stuff. He's in a lot of movies. He plays the general here, and he's in charge of it. And he's talking about the earthworms, how big they get, and all. And the guy's like, "Oh yeah, they got to be a foot long, huh? Oh, okay." Which was actually kind of funny because he steps into what is a Godzilla foot, or Zilla foot, I should say. So, and then he realizes, I'm in a footprint, and that's big. That's really big. So he meets the other people that have been pulled in to research this phenomena. And there is a redhead, and she's kind of into him. When she sees him, he's like, "Ooh, you're kind of cute." And the other guys are kind of nerds, and he's just hanging out with the group. And then they take him in a helicopter, which goes over the footprints, and I guess there's more exposition coming on here. Then we meet his ex-girlfriend, played by this blonde here, and she is with her coworker, and her coworker's boyfriend is a photographer for a news station. They all work for a news station in New York, and the subject of Matthew Broderick's character comes up. And she's like, "Oh yeah, well, it was nice. It was very nice when it lasted, but I wanted a career, and so did he. So we went separate ways." Now, Harry Shearer plays the lead anchor man on this station, and she says she's going to help him with something, a story, and he's like, "Well, why don't you have dinner with me?" Harry Shearer is best known. What I find ironic in this movie is it is cast by people who do voices for The Simpsons. Harry Shearer does half the characters on The Simpsons. Hank Azaria does another half.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say that. There's a lot of other people on the show too.
No, but yeah, they do a lot of
they
voices.
do a lot of the voices. Yeah,
Yes,
between the two of them, they do a lot of Springfield.
Yes. Well, no, what she wants to be a reporter, and she wants to be on, basically have his job. And he's very condescending, very sexist, and just a total douchebag, really.
Yes.
He doesn't have the charm of Ron Burgundy. And so he treats her very condescendingly, like, oh, get this and get that and all that sort of thing. And she's like, but me, I'm good. I'm like, yeah, whatever, honey.
Have dinner with me.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, oh, you want to get a promotion? Oh. Yes.
So yeah, he's definitely douchey, for sure. Okay, here's where they take him. I thought they took him in a helicopter.
There's a flyover, but they take him in the Jeep, and quite frankly, I was really rooting for him to hook up with Jolie Richardson here.
With the redhead. Yeah, I was too, because I liked her.
Yeah, and she was much more interesting than the blonde girl. But
but he's shallow.
yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go for the cute blonde. So they go to the ship. There's a big giant claw mark in the side of the ship. So obviously this is a big deal. This is a big monster that they're dealing with, and it's and then Jean Reno comes in, and he says he's an insurance claims adjuster from France, and he meets Matthew Broderick, and he meets the general, and Matthew Broderick's character takes some samples of blood that's on the ship, and he's finding out all kinds of things about the blood, that it's a lizard kind of situation, amphibian probably. Then we have these three fishing trawlers got their nets out, and their nets are caught by Godzilla, and he pulls all three of these ships under the water very quickly, and they just escape and get away before the ships are pulled down under the water. And that's kind of a cool scene. I actually kind of like that scene. It's kind of reminiscent of Jaws for some reason to me.
Oh, very, very, yes.
Yeah.
And so that's the sad part of this movie, is the scenes that don't involve Matthew Broderick or any of the other people are great.
Pretty good.
But everything when they're on screen and they're and there's all these subplots that go really go nowhere, and I didn't buy the whole the romantic part of it and all that stuff. Anyway, I feel like I'm turning into a grumpy old man now.
He shouldn't have forgiven her. That's for sure.
She should not have forgiven him. No.
Anyway,
what she does to him later on is definitely unforgivable. Yes.
Unconscionable.
Unconscionable, exactly, sir. Yes.
As you would say.
As I would say, yes.
Okay, what are we looking at here?
The hot redhead is examining some things under a microscope.
Oh, he shows her the blood. Yeah.
Yes.
So that she can see and concur with him that this is some kind of giant amphibian creature. That's what they think it is. And it's asexual. It can make babies by itself.
Like worms, oddly enough.
And they think it's heading towards New York. Based on the witness testimony of what's been happening, the crazy things that have been happening on the sea, they think it's happening. They think it's going towards New York, and that's kind of strange because New York is over in the Atlantic Ocean. So this thing must have come up around the Panama Canal, I guess, because they were in Panama, and now it's coming up towards New York in the Atlantic in a different kind of a colder ocean atmosphere. So they're watching the news. This girl and his ex-girlfriend, her friend, and we meet Hank Azario, whose name is Animal in this. They call him the Animal. He's a photographer, and she sees her boyfriend on the screen, and she freaks out. She's like, "Oh, that's him. We were just talking about him." And her friend's like, "You haven't gotten over him yet, have you?" "Yeah, of course I have." Ugh, like you said, ugh. So we get to the shipyards, the dockyards at New York. And there's this little guy who's going fishing, and the other guys on the dock are busting his chops and all. Now, this little character actor here, he actually plays a character in Crocodile Dundee. He's the one that he's a taxi cab driver, and he takes Dundee around. And he's the one that tells Dundee that the girl that's hitting on him in a bar is actually a guy dressed up like a girl. "Hey, that Sheila's a guy." So anyway, I recognized him instantly, and he's fishing, and all of a sudden, giant wave comes up, and we know what it is. It's Godzilla coming in. But again, they're very cheeky about not showing you Godzilla or their version of Godzilla. They show you a foot, they show you a little quick glimpse of this and that, a tail, a back, but they don't show you Godzilla, or Zilla, I should say. They don't give you the goods just yet.
Nope.
They do show an undershot there of him picking up something in his mouth, a truck or something.
So yes, a trailer truck, some sort.
Yeah. And drops it back down to the ground. And the mayor, who they specifically made the mayor and his assistant look like Siskel and Ebert on purpose.
Yes.
Which I thought was a really stupid bit.
Oh, yeah. Well,
nobody around the world knows who Siskel and Ebert is except for people in America. So that was kind of,
yeah.
And again, it's not funny because it's like a one joke gag, and it's going, and they drag it on and on and on.
Yeah. Well, I can't remember if it was Emmerich or Devlin. I think it might have been both of them. They pretty much hated Siskel and Ebert because of all the bad reviews that they gave them. So this was basically their kind of FU to them. And in fact, they named the mayor here.
So it was a vendetta.
It was a bit of a vendetta. Yes.
It was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But you're right. It doesn't add anything to the film.
It's just
it falls flat. And if you don't know the background, it's like, well, okay, it's meaningless.
Michael Lerner is a good actor. He plays the mayor in this.
Yeah.
And
Which
again, his part of being the mayor is okay. I mean, you get it. But yeah, the whole thing about him looking like Ebert and the other guy looking like Siskel just is not that funny to me. Yeah, So we get Godzilla's feet. You get to see him stomping up to where the people are all sitting there in the rain watching. Also, when Godzilla is rampaging in this movie, it's almost always dark and raining. I guess that makes it easier CGI wise. I don't know. Makes it more realistic. I don't know. So we have a scene here that's supposed to be funny because Harry Shearer is not looking out the window, and the Godzilla's going by the window, or Zilla is going by the window. His secretary sees it, and he turns around and he doesn't see anything. And then the tail comes through. And
I believe the actress here was in the original Lost in Space TV show. I think.
Is that Veronica Cartwright?
It's Veronica Cartwright. Yes, that's it. Yes.
Okay. All right. They used the scene again in Toho and to better purpose in Godzilla MKG, Mothra King Ghidorah, where Godzilla goes by a hospital, and he's an evil Godzilla again. He's a bad Godzilla. He's even got white eyes, like soulless eyes. And there's a woman in the hospital who is obviously stuck in the bed. She can't get out. She's got all kinds of casts and stuff on her, and she can't move. And she sees Godzilla, and she's freaking out. And he passes, and she goes, "Whew!" And then his tail comes and destroys her wing of the hospital. So again, much better use of that gag, if you want to call it that. But yeah, it's kind of cruel in the second one. But again, it just has more impact. That movie had a couple of scenes like that. Like they show a class watching Godzilla, and then all of a sudden you see from a distance a mushroom cloud, because he's fired his breath on the classroom and the teacher and the whole building, the whole area there, and you just know that everybody got vaporized. That's kind of a nasty movie. They tried to bring it back to the Godzilla, to the villainous, evil Godzilla days, you know. So Animal sees this creature running around the corner. He's like, "I'm gonna go get video." Are you kidding? And they're like, "No, don't go. You're gonna get killed." And he goes, and Godzilla turns back on him, which is kind of funny, and steps right over him, and just misses stepping on him by like inches. So Hank Azaria's reaction here is really funny. I did like that bit, because
this like, was a good
like
bit.
The ultimate. Whoop! I've dodged that one. Yeah, he's kind of laughing insanely because he realizes I just survived, and when I shouldn't have. Now, what they don't mention is the radiation. If he's that close to Godzilla, he probably have radiation poisoning. But yeah, they don't go in there. They don't go in there. The other guy, the Japanese guy who was a cook on the ship, he was suffering from radiation poisoning. So maybe the radiation is toned down. I don't know. Godzilla disappears. He's in the city and he hides. A lot of places to hide, right? Even for a big giant lizard. So they're pulling in the team again. They're pulling in the team again, and they're watching the news with Harry Shearer's stupid reporter saying dumb things. And they managed to get the videotape of the Japanese guy. And he shows that clip, I think, here, right? Or does that come later?
That comes later. I mean, that's part of the whole betrayal of the blonde.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, this is just footage that Animal took.
And she's like, "It's Gojira, idiot." Which I thought was cool.
Yeah.
This is what now?
I think that's footage that Animal took.
Okay. Yeah. Because it was a scoop. You know, they got the first video of the monster, even though it was kind of like the monster's underbelly going over him. So anyway, yeah, he survived. And the blonde is upset because, like you said, she wants to be a reporter and he's a douchebag and he's not going to let her. He just wants to get in her pants.
Yes. Well, she sees Matthew Broderick and realizes, oh, he's in New York. Maybe I can, if I get close to him, we'll have a first-hand account. And so she tries to tell this guy, the reporter,
an interview with an important person who's close to this.
Yeah, and he totally blows her off. Like, yes, whatever. Go get me some coffee. Make me a sandwich.
Yeah. That's right. She goes to tell him that, and he's like, yeah, well, whatever. And she's got his badge. She's got his reporter's badge.
Right. Yes, that's right. It's right.
So there's helicopters and stuff going overhead, and people realize it's not the same New York anymore. We're in danger, and there's holes in buildings and stuff like that. Kind of weird. This film happened before 9/11. There's actually a scene in it where you can see the Twin Towers at the beginning. It happened right before 9/11, like 2 or 3 years. And again, this scene where they see the city damaged and stuff kind of gives you the same feeling, you know, of what happened after 9/11 and how the people felt that were there, and everybody's kind of shell shock and yeah. And the mayor and his assistant are part of the. Jean Reno goes up to the mayor. That's what it is, and he tells him he's an insurance guy and he's going to cover. They're going to cover everything. Don't worry. And yeah, the mayor's clueless. He's like, I have no idea who you are. You know. Anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Well, great. Perfect. Fine.
Moving right along. So he starts the news reporter played by Harry Shearer, Kamen, I think is his name. He starts to do a broadcast, and he realizes he doesn't have his, or he's trying to get in, he's trying to get close to the action, and he can't because he doesn't have his press pass, and that's because she has it. And she's on a train with her friend, and her friend is putting her picture over his picture on the press pass and making it look legit.
Yes,
and she's kind of, you're right, she's kind of mopey, and you really don't feel for her character all that much.
No, I'm like, you know, she's doing all these sort of sketchy things, and you know,
to take her back.
Exactly. Like, no. Not when you have the hot redhead. But then again, I'm into redheads. But let's move on, shall we?
You like gingers, do you?
I do have a thing for gingers. Yes. That's why I'm barred from Scotland.
You and Trump, but not Pete Hegseth, not Kash Patel. So we find out that Jean Reno is not an insurance salesman here. He's some kind of secret service or something, because he is spying on the team that's working on Godzilla. On Zilla.
Yes. And he has a whole team with him as well.
And there are several jokes about how they hate our donuts and our coffee. You know,
this is coffee. You call this coffee? It's sludge. What is that? Yeah.
Again, if you go to France, you'll understand why, because you know they have much better coffee and better pastries and stuff than just cake donuts. You know, so that's an ongoing gag, and that's actually funny. That actually made me titter through the movie, because it's a different thing each time. It's not the same thing over and over and over again. So yeah, they're taping Matthew Broderick and the general and different people talking about Zilla, and they're talking about how they're going to search for Zilla and see if they can find him down in the sewers. They think he's gone down into the sewers, which must be pretty damn big.
Yes. How big are the sewers in New York? Support.
You know, there was a giant alligator movie many years ago. It's basically the same thing. You know, it was flushed down the toilet and it's living in the sewers, and it's giant. It's like Godzilla size. So it must be pretty big sewers.
And it's a much better film than this, so, which is saying a lot.
Is it Alligator? Is that the name of it?
Alligator, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I gotta watch that one again. I haven't seen that in years. But all right, so this guy is like a colonel, I guess, or maybe a major, and he's like a guy that you know you feel for in the film, and he's always wanting the general's approval, and so he's sent out to look for Zilla. I keep making that mistake. People are going to hate me in this show. So they go down underground in the unused subway trains areas and the sewers to see if they can find where Zilla is hiding. And Matthew Broderick says, you know, I have a feeling that this thing is laying eggs. Oh, it's a girl? Well, it's asexual. It can, you know, it can make eggs without reproducing. And I think that's what it might be doing now. And the general kind of just sloughs it off. And he goes, you know, if this does lay eggs and they hatch, you know, we're going to have, you know, maybe a half a dozen of these things running around.
Mm-hmm.
So helicopters keep looking, keep an eye out. What do we got here?
Renault monitoring everything and
Oh,
complaining
okay.
about the coffee.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's the coffee one. The first one was the donut.
Yes. What is this? They call it a donut. No croissant? No.
So he points out that Matthew Broderick is the one to really listen to.
Mm-hmm.
He's good. He understands. He knows what's going on.
This one is the smart one.
He is the smart one. Yes. So Matthew Broderick also says, look, you know, we know what he likes. He likes fish.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just lay out a bunch of fish as bait for him, and you know, he'll smell it, and he'll come and he'll eat, and we'll get him.
Yeah. Well, he figures out that Zilla is nesting. That's the whole thing. It's nesting, which is why it's underground. And yeah, so he comes up with a plan to
let's give it fish. So they got like 6 trucks come in and dump a big pile of fish on the ground, and of course Renault reacts with, "Oh, clever, you know, brilliant."
Exactly.
And it works, but not right away. And Matthew Broderick realizes, wait a minute, we got to open up the sewer. We got to take the lids off the sewer drains so he can smell it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what they do. And like right after they do that, sure enough, he comes a running.
Yeah, there
is Godzilla after he comes out, and he's sniffing Matthew Broderick. Not sure why, but there it is.
But he smells like fish.
He smells like fish. So why didn't he eat him? Why didn't he pick him up his mount and take him over to where he is? So the military starts turning on lights, and Zilla realizes, oh, wait a minute, hey, this is a show or something, and it looks like I'm involved. What the hell? Yes, Zilla sounds like Norm Macdonald. Hey, what? Hey, why are you putting those lights on me?
This movie would have been better if Norm Macdonald had done Zilla's voice.
So they're like, should we shoot him? Which is really stupid. It's like, well, yeah, shoot him. So yeah, they start to shoot at him, and he takes off running. You know, he's not a stupid Godzilla. He's not going to hang around and, you know, be shot at. Hey, yeah, he's not a stupid Godzilla. He's not going to stick around and be shot at, you know. So he runs, and they send. The one thing that they do like over and over again is the military, when they target Godzilla and try to shoot him, he's evidently too stealthy. So they end up destroying buildings in New York, like important buildings in New York. Mm-hmm. They take down the the Chrysler building?
Yes, they blow up the Chrysler building. One of the most
recognizable structures in New York. That's coming up in a minute. So the Top Gun jet guys, the helicopter guys are after Zilla, and he's running real fast, and he's getting out of there. He's ducking, he's dodging, he's weaving, he's ducking. And they go after him, and they target him, and they miss. And they get to dig out the Chrysler building. Yeah, and the mayor is aghast. Sorry. It's like Rick Moranis. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to destroy that building. Rick Moranis just came back for Spaceballs 2, The Search for More Money.
Yes.
I am so glad he's back. And there's Godzilla again.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, I was just going to say, yes, they pretty much have all the original cast back for Spaceballs 2.
Right. Josh Gad, who actually is the one that's instrumental in putting the deal together, is taking over John Candy's role as Barf.
Mm.
So yeah, they had a lot of fun. They've already shot all of it now. Now it's just putting in the special effects and everything. It'll be out next year.
Watch it in the theaters.
Mel Brooks. Hi. Okay, so Zilla escapes. And they go back down under the ground to look for him again, right?
Well, yes. The helicopters are chasing him, shooting everything but him or it. And yes, which I thought, okay, did they evacuate the city at all? Well, actually, yes, they evacuated. So
they did.
Hopefully, a lot of those buildings are empty because they are just laying waste to everything.
Yeah.
And Zilla keeps dodging him and winds up blowing a couple of helicopters up.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He sneaks up on him. He disappears. He hides behind a building, and then he comes out and eats them.
Mm-hmm.
Couple helicopters. Yeah. He's a smart Godzilla.
Mm-hmm.
Zilla.
Which I think this is what this is.
Yes. And the general is aghast when he finds out they've lost the signal for pilot number 9, pilot number 11, you know. And then Zilla humps a building defiantly as the lightning strikes. That's what he's doing there. He's humping the building. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Look at him. Look at that face of that smile of joy. That is an orgasmic Zilla right there. So he humps a building as the lightning strikes, making it all the more pleasurable. That building was ribbed for his pleasure. I'm sorry. I'm going off on a tangent now.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
I like the windows. The windowsills. That looks like animal.
Mm-hmm.
This is Matthew Broderick picking up a sample, I guess, of blood on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't look. Anyway, he thinks, yeah, Zilla's pregnant, is what it is. So again,
yes,
his ex-girlfriend is watching the other douchebag, you know, do the news report, and then she sees him going into a drugstore. So she goes after him.
And he's buying all these pregnancy tests.
Yeah, different pregnancy tests. They're not for lizards, giant lizards, but hey, he'll try. You know, why not?
Yeah.
So,
now they had an opportunity here for a little bit of a joke, which I don't know, because she walks in and he's got all these tests, and I think the pharmacist should have looked at her and gone, "Her? No, they're not for me. They're not for me." But no, they didn't do that.
No, she says, "You've got some kind of harem or something, huh?"
Yeah.
That was the joke, the gag.
Yeah.
And, yeah. Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't that funny. But like you said, yeah, we probably could have gotten a good line out of this druggist. But anyway, so he's like, oh, whatever her name is, Audra, whatever her name is. I see you got what you wanted. You got to be a reporter, because she's wearing the badge that has, you know, her picture pasted over it.
Mm-hmm.
And he takes her back to his tent. Wow, 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 wow. And he tells her everything, basically, like an idiot, you know, that, yeah, I think that it's pregnant, and this test proves it. And that means he's probably going to be laying eggs, and we're going to have a lot of these things running around if we don't act fast. And then he says, "I got to tell the general this," and he leaves. He leaves her alone in there in the you know, in the tent that has all these tapes and stuff that he, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, she grabs the tape.
Top secret in big red letters.
Yeah. So he's an idiot, and she's no dummy. She looks at the tape. Gojira, Gojira. Look at the footprints. You know, she goes, "This is a scoop. I'm going to finally be a reporter." And she barely wrestles with it. I mean, she wrestles with it like for a half a second, and then she takes the tape and goes. And she goes to get her story. The military guy that wants the general's approval, him and his team are underground looking again for Gojira, Zilla, and they don't find him.
Yeah, this is another silly moment.
Yeah,
soldiers
where the guy
looking
turns his back and Godzilla's eye goes through the hole. You can see his eye behind the guy, and then he disappears, and the guy never sees him.
But how quiet could this giant lizard be that they wouldn't notice? Yeah.
Yeah, he's not roaring, you know. It's like you know. So she turns in the tape to have it re-edited with some people at the station. Who do you think turned the tape over to Kent Brockman? Harry Shearer's character, Cayman. Do you think it was the one of the guys in the booth? You know, the technical guys that sold her out?
Probably.
So, okay.
Yeah, because he takes credit for yeah.
So, yeah. So, the general, what are we at here?
Oh, they're still trying to figure out where Zilla could be.
Okay, yeah, and Matthew Broderick's there with the general, and there's some other generals and admirals and people in the room now, because they're getting ready to do an offensive on Godzilla if they find him, if they're able to track him.
Broderick is desperately trying to convince them about his theory that that Zilla is pregnant and it's probably laying eggs somewhere, and they need to find the eggs.
Right.
And they're all like, well, you know, they're a little skeptical about that.
Yeah.
But the other scientists, they're like, no, I think he's right. He may be right.
That makes sense. It makes sense. Excuse me, I don't know where that came from. I've been drinking. And again, Jean Reno's character, he is really interested in Matthew Broderick. He seems to know what he's talking about, and Reno agrees with him. But a news report comes on, and it's the story that he told to his ex-girlfriend, but Cayman has taken over the story and the video and made it his own. So it looks like Broderick has sold everybody out to the news, not his ex-girlfriend, who he didn't realize was going to do that. Duh. And everybody's unhappy. And Matthew Broderick is basically shoot away. Get out. We don't want you here. Go.
Yep. You are no longer part of this team, young man.
Yeah. So he has to scurry away, you know, with his tail between his legs because of a woman. And the general is not, I mean, the general is actually a big fan of his, but now he's not. So it's like, yeah, just grab your stuff and go. Sorry. Now he tells the redhead, Ginger, please keep pushing that, you know, the idea that the eggs are somewhere and they need to find them. You know, that's very important. And she goes, yes, I will. And then he leaves. This movie, by the way, is like 2 hours and 20 minutes, which is about 45 minutes too long for this kind of movie. So anyway, he's getting into a taxi cab, and then she comes out and goes, I didn't know. I'm so sorry. Yeah, you knew. And that's basically what he tells her. and he just drives off. Now, what she doesn't know is the animal is driving after him to see where he's going to go and try to help patch things up. He's in a taxi cab with Jean Reno's character. Jean Reno takes him to the French place where the French people are
like a base of operations,
and they've got a whole bunch of guns and ammo and stuff there. Yeah, their base of operation. And he explains to Matthew Broderick, we are Secret Service from France, and we're just trying to cover up what's our fault. What? French nuclear testing? By God, I've never heard of such a thing. So there, there it is. Jean Reno sold his soul, and the French were never happy with him ever again. Animal tries to talk to Marjorie or whatever the hell her name is. I don't know what the hell her name is. And he goes out the window and says, you might want to come with me. We got to help your ex-boyfriend to save his reputation. Let's do it. Let's go find Godzilla and find the eggs and prove that he's right. So again, it's raining. Again. They put on military outfits. They're going to go to the base. I can't remember what they're going for, what they're going to.
Well, I think they figure out, I'm not sure, I don't remember if this is where they figure out that it's in Madison Square Garden. But yeah, they need to
do you know that yet?
I said I don't remember now.
Anyway, they get past the security front line because Jean Reno can do a great impression of Elvis. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, oh man. It's pretty funny, actually.
Mm-hmm.
That is Matthew
cute.
Broderick is amazed that he can actually speak with an American accent like Elvis. Mm-hmm. And then
that's right. They're sneaking into the subway system, and they wind up at Madison Square Gardens. I figure that's the biggest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what it is. Yes.
And Animal and the girl also sneak into
following
that.
them. Right. Mm-hmm.
And go downstairs, go underground. So they're looking at in the same areas basically at the same time, but they're not looking together. So here we have the mayor and his assistant are told that the crew underground thinks they are getting close to Godzilla.
Well, I think they wind up trying the fish trick again.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they do the fish thing again, and he comes again. And here's why we have 45 minutes. It's the same goddamn scene all over again. Excuse my French. Mm-hmm. Excuse my Jean Reno. And again, they're chasing him between the buildings and stuff, and they're shooting at him, and they're hitting buildings. And it's like, you did this 20 minutes ago. What the hell? Why are we redoing this again?
Mm-hmm.
I've shortened this quite a bit, actually. This is a long scene, and I've shortened it quite a bit. And there is an admiral there waiting, and Zilla jumps into the bay, and they have submarines waiting for him in the bay that fire torpedoes at him. Now, of course, the torpedoes, which are heat-seeking, also hit the wrong targets.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it's like, how many times are you going to do this bit? It's like a cartoon, It's like the Pink Panther. He's so clever. He's going to outdo you every time.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't you learn your lesson? No, you can't learn. I get it.
Well. Now, to be fair, in the Toho films, we see the military constantly throwing everything at Godzilla, jet fighters, every single time.
It just fails, showing that Godzilla is powerful or Rodan is powerful. And you can't penetrate their thick hides with your weapons. You need to make better weapons.
Mm-hmm.
But in this, it's like we're so incompetent that all of our missiles and stuff are going to hit the wrong targets. We're like stormtroopers. We're always going to hit what you shouldn't hit. So anyway, they finally hit what they think is Zilla, and they think they kill him.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't, but they think they did. So everybody's, cheering, and everybody's happy, and hey, you did a good job. Wow, awesome, dude. And again, they're not even concerned about eggs, in Madison Square Garden and how many there are and what could happen. This was very difficult dealing with this one Zilla, much less, 6 Zillas or a dozen Zillas. Or in the case of this movie, they find Madison Square. Here's where they find Madison Square Gardens. They go up, and there are over 200 eggs. And this is very reminiscent of Alien. I got that. It was kind of homage to Alien, I think, with the lighting and the eggs. And anyway, I kept expecting facehuggers to pop out. So Jean Reno and his team now realize, oh my God, we are surrounded by Zilla eggs.
We didn't bring enough bombs.
Yeah, they brought some plastic explosives charges and stuff, but they didn't bring a lot. They didn't bring enough to destroy 200 eggs. So, but they're going to try anyway. Let's destroy what we can. And then the eggs start hatching. Of course. It would be exciting if the eggs didn't start hatching. And the little mini Zillas. Now, this is a complete and total ripoff of the Raptors from Jurassic
Park. Yes.
Yeah, Jurassic Park. It's like, oh, come on. Can you guys come up with something original, please? So yeah, Renault, he sends a message to his team. Hey, these eggs are hatching. These creatures are getting loose, and you're in trouble. You're in danger. So watch your ass. So they're running around. They keep running into more of these hatched Zilla raptors. And this is a really long scene too. Way too long. Too much shtick going on with the raptors. Keep moving. Just keep moving. Yeah, it's just like everybody is reacting to the fact that they thought they killed Godzilla, and then they get a message through from Madison Square Gardens. Hey, the babies are here at Madison Square Gardens. You have to destroy Madison Square Gardens because that's where all these little Zillas are, and there's a lot of them. There's hundreds of them. And they're able to send that message, and it gets through. Thanks to Audrey's, the girl, the pouty girl's connections at the TV station. The guy that sold her out, probably. So they're still running from these raptor things, and they've only got 6 minutes to get out of the building. The military comes and blows the building to smithereens. This time, meaning to. They finally hit the right target. And they, do one of those Bruce Willis where they jump away from the flames, and fall into the street and roll. And there's a romantic moment between, Matthew Broderick and his ex-girlfriend. Isn't that nice? And yeah, we could have ended the movie right here. But no! Zilla comes back and pops up through the rubbish. And he's upset. He sees the little babies on the ground, dead, burning, smoldering. He's upset. So they get into a taxi. They do what everybody would do in New York in a situation like this. They get in a taxi cab and haul ass. Why not? And of course, Zilla goes after them. And Zilla, of course, can overpower them quickly, like a cat with a toy. But for some reason, he keeps skidding around and not getting them 100%. And they get away from him every time. And they go around, corners, and they're joking about, oh, take this bridge, take this road. No, you don't want to go there. Come on, really? And they get into a tunnel, and turn their headlights, and there's Godzilla waiting for them to go into his mouth when they come out. The Brooklyn Bridge, that's it. The general tells them, go to the Brooklyn Bridge. Get him on the Brooklyn Bridge. We'll shoot him there. He can't get away from us there. So like, oh great, we got to get out of here somehow and lead him to the Brooklyn Bridge.
Mhm.
So they put the pedal to the metal, and they get past him.
Oh no! This is maybe the dumbest part of this movie. Zilla picks up the taxi. They're in his mouth or its mouth.
Well, that happens on the Brooklyn Bridge, doesn't it?
No, it's before that.
Oh, I thought it was on the Brooklyn Bridge. I'm sorry. So okay,
Yes.
yeah, they're in his mouth, and before he's able to swallow them, they put the pedal to the metal again, and the car goes out of the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And gets away. And then he gets tangled up in the wires on the Brooklyn Bridge, trying to get them again, trying to chase them. And that's when the military comes and shoots him.
I stand corrected. You were right. They were on the bridge. Yes.
They came out of the tunnel and went on the bridge. Yeah.
Right. Yes.
And he ate them on the bridge, I thought.
Yeah. Because he was chasing out. Yeah. It takes. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
I cut a lot of that scene because it's interminable. I mean, it's just so long.
A lot. Yes.
And so, yeah, this is where the military shoots Zilla and finally does kill him. And they get out of the mouth and they get out of the taxi and they watch him die. And there's that moment of pathos where I feel sad for God. Poor Zilla. And he dies. Of course, everybody in the general's booth is cheering and hugging each other. And the mayor's telling his assistant, "Please don't leave me. I need you, Siskel." I'm leaving, Eber. I don't need you. They really hated each other too. I've seen video of Ebert and Siskel between takes, just freaking tearing into each other, calling each other names and shit. It's funny. They just hated each other. They tolerated each other for so many years. Broderick is talking to Jean Reno on the phone, and Jean Reno says, I got the tape, but I'll send it back to you once we've redacted a few things, and you can give it back to Animal. Tell him I told you so. And it's everything is hunky-dory between Matthew Broderick and his ex-girlfriend now. And it's I wouldn't be able to do it. I'll tell you right now, after that betrayal, no way. I'm sorry. And then they go back to Madison Square Gardens, right? The camera. And they close in, and there's one egg that has survived the Madison Square Gardens massacre, and a raptor head pops out. In the movie. So there it is. Godzilla 98. We got through it. We got it past us. Gyno, Godzilla in name only. Yes, this character has become Zilla in the Toho canon now. And Toho has the rights now. They call him Zilla, and he is their character now. So, sorry, Sony. Sony Pictures was the one that got the rights to do this, and they just botched it, and Toho is just like, well, we got him now. We're just calling him Zilla. And Godzilla fights him in Godzilla Wars in Australia, and he kills him. So it's pretty cool, pretty funny.
Yeah,
that was comedy that worked.
Yeah, well, I think the problem was a lot of it was clearly. I mean, there were serious. I think for the most part, it was all done sort of tongue in cheek, and just the fact that you had so many of these comedic actors in the role, like Harry Shearer, like
Hank Azaria, Matthew Broderick was doing a lot of next to the film,
exactly. and just the human story. I didn't care. I didn't care one bit.
Yeah, it was
weak. It was weak.
Very weak.
I mean, you compare that
They
to
expected the special effects, which again, this was when CGI was just starting to become a big thing in movies.
yeah, which is fine. I mean,
again, the success of ID4 was because of the special effects, basically.
yeah. I mean, I didn't have a problem. I thought, you know, the Zilla was well rendered. I thought it was well done. You know, the effects were good.
Yeah,
it's
but
like I
it's not
said,
Godzilla.
but it's not Godzilla, exactly. So that's disappointing. And yeah, it's just
And
the
they're
human
calling it
story.
Godzilla and packaging
Yeah,
it as Godzilla. Yeah, I know.
yeah,
That's what everybody's pissed off about.
yeah.
Again, the movie is way too long.
And way too long. Yeah, because there's so much. I mean, that whole nonsense about the babies and the very obvious ripoff of Jurassic Park. Even I remember the trailer. There was a teaser trailer that came out, I think in '97, before the movie, and you see this group of children and their teacher and a museum guide inside a museum, right? New York Museum or something, and they're talking about the Tyrannosaurus Rex. You know, it's the biggest dinosaur and, you know, the most powerful predator and blah blah blah. And then all of a sudden you see Godzilla or Zilla's foot come crashing through the roof and crushing the T-Rex skeleton. And I thought, oh, okay, I see what they're doing. Yeah, like, you thought Jurassic Park was cool? Wait till you see this.
Yeah. Well, we've got Godzilla now. He's American now.
Mm-hmm.
But it flopped. It was no. It got it. I think it did well in the movie theater. Actually, I think it made its money. But, just the fans hated it so much. You know.
Oh yes.
They were like, "That's not Godzilla. Come on." So, but we had to show it in this time. In this show, we have to consider it is a Godzilla movie of a kind. So we had to do it.
Well, I think just the fact, we probably could have skipped it if Toho hadn't made it canon, if they hadn't included Zilla.
You know, you're right. That's probably in my subconscious. That's probably why I decided to do it, was because he became Zilla in the Toho canon. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. So it is a Toho monster now, and it deserves a nod for that. All right. So next time, I guess we're doing Godzilla 2000, right? Millennium?
Yes, I believe so.
And hopefully we'll have, I'm hoping George Morgan will come for that one, because I remember he told me he saw that one in the movie theaters when it came out. So
that would be wonderful.
Join us for that. And we'll see you then. And again, thanks for watching, even if you watched in post.
Thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe. Thanks.